Today I'm going to show you how to set up the plasma cutter. We're going to use an extension cord today. When we're using an extension cord, we look to find a booth that nobody's working on and nobody will need for the day. Today we're going to plug it into the First Arc booth. Next, we're going to take the air hose and we're going to make sure that the air hose is on. Plug the air hose into the back of the machine. Plug the plasma cutter in to the extension cord. Next, we're going to unwind the torch, and then we're going to plug in our ground wire. We don't need this all the way out. We do want to make sure that we don't have so much cord on the ground so as we're constantly running over the cord with our hot sparks or hot metal. Make sure that you plug in your ground. This one you can plug in just about anywhere as long as it's touching the metal and the metal is touching what you're working on. You shouldn't really have a problem. Most like to clamp it up top so that you don't have the issue with running into the wire. Next, you're going to turn the machine on. The on switch for this machine is on the back. Once you turn it on, you're going to watch for the lights on the front. If everything is green, you are good to go. If anything is lit up, please make sure that you come talk to me. Now we're going to start making cuts. A couple things to keep in mind before you start your cut. First, you need to have at least a number 5 lens on. That can be in the form of a safety glass with a number 5 lens or in the form of a face shield. You should make sure that there aren't bystanders around who are going to be catching spark from what you are working on, or we're going to be catching the light from what you're working on. So you may want to set up a curtain depending on where you're working. When you set up, especially when you're cutting a straight line, give yourself an edge. Now, when you give yourself an edge, if you are using something metallic, if you're cutting off another joint, or if you're using one of the blocks, make sure that you only touch the plastic part of the gun to the block. If you're touching both and you have kind of a corner with your electrode, you are going to ground it out and you're going to ruin electrodes very, very quickly. The last thing to keep in mind when you're plasma cutting is that you should move in one motion. You shouldn't cut back and forth. When you cut back and forth, you block up the nozzle. We're going to go ahead and start this cut.